Hey guys, welcome back to all my Afrikaans speaking followers. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for your continued support of this channel. The lady dog appreciates it as well. And as always, she always wants cheese. She always wants the boys to win, regardless of who we're cheering for. But I just wanted to say once again, thank you guys for your continued support. And do you want to say anything, lady? What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Oh, I want cheese. That's what she has to say. Cheers, guys. What's up, guys? Hope everyone had a keen weekend of rugby action or otherwise, whatever you're up to. If you live here in America, obviously, college football back in effect, the NFL. So, yeah, we're here with the round 4 recap. South Africa teams, of course. But first off, obviously, if you like the intro, once again, Acid Magus from Johannesburg, Gauteng, providing the righteous jams during the intro over the highlight footage of a try that I thought was particularly cool. You could check them out. I'll leave the link underneath the video. Check them out. Support. I mean, you know, if you're in South Africa, support them. If you're out of South Africa and you just like it, dude, give them a follow, check them out, let them know, hey, man, I'm in Australia, or I'm in Aotearoa, New Zealand, or I'm in Puxatawny, New York, or whatever. Let them know where you're at, man, so they know, like, hey, your music is getting out there, because it's like that's kind of the thing. We live in that world now where you're not signing the massive record contract and getting millions. It's like you got to kind of keep it low-key. How it's going, and I just want to support these bands however I can here in America. But yes, 4 games on the weekend. We got the KZN Sharks, we've got the Lions out of Joburg, we've got the Bulls out of Pretoria, and then Cape Town's own DHL Stormers. We will start off with what I thought was possibly the biggest shocker on the weekend. Coming into round 4, Chelsea Sharks, winless. Zebra Parma. 28-game losing streak going all the way back to like 18 months ago, something like that. Like they hadn't won a game, 28 games. I'm thinking, okay, you've got Fossey, you've got all these guys. The Sharks are going to put something together. Plumtree, I hope he's the right guy. Tom Wright does get a try, the only try at the 15th minute. Hiram Andrews gets the red card at the 77th minute. And there you go, man. Yeah. Plumtree issuing a public apology after this. I'll make my opinion known. I don't know if the returning Bucks are going to be able to fix this thing, guys. There is a major distress call coming out from Durban and the KZN, man. This is bad. Sharks will be back home versus Connacht next week. It's not going to get any easier. So, yeah, 12-10, the final there. When we get to the other Italian game, I'll kind of bring up some things. Next game we had my Vodacom Bulls. You guys saw me in the jersey in the last video, taking on Cardiff at Cardiff. Friggin' synthetic grass, man. I thought we only did that crap in America. Beautiful stadium, not the best crowd there. The Bulls do come away with the 18-12 victory as expected. Sebastian de Klerk with the try at the 13th minute. Ambrose Papier with the try at the 10th minute. Smith does fail to convert. Chris Smith. Mason Grady and Ray Lilo get the tries for Cardiff Blues. I do have to say the Bulls will be at Edinburgh. It's in the Hive Stadium, which I think is actually in England. I don't think that's actually in Scotland. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Bulls do remain at the top of the table, but I will say this. The Bulls look pretty damn good without Moody and all these guys coming back. When they get back, it's going to be pretty tough, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep riding on the Bulls train throughout the season. They're looking damn good, even without their top-tier players. We all know Jake White is running the show there with Gary Gold, former USA Eagles head coach. But they showed Jake White quite a bit in the coach's box there. And I mean, he is getting up there in years, but he looks like he still, for the most part, knows what he's doing. He did win a World Cup. We'll just leave it at that. Next game, we had another team that I really do try to support as much as possible, which would be the Stormers out of the Western Province there, taking on the other Italian side, Benetton, with newly acquired. Well, he was acquired in the offseason, but comes back after World Cup duty, and that would be Malachi Fekitoa, the former 2015 Rugby World Cup winner with the All Blacks and this last World Cup, playing with the mighty Ikalitahi of Tonga. 20-17, the final. Try coming from Zenon at the 23rd minute for Benetton, and then Warwick Gallant and Tuberi. Sorry if I didn't get his name right. The hooker getting a try at the 36th minute. Skosen also gets a try at the 46th minute for the Stormers, and Izakor gets a try at the 55th minute. Albornoz, the big difference maker for Benetton. I don't like name drop like I know people, but former Benetton hooker Thomas Baravale, very close friend of mine. We do chit chat quite a bit online. He did play here, obviously, here in Dallas. I asked him, because Benetton has been a pretty decent side for years. Why does Zebra struggle as opposed to Benetton? And he explained to me that Benetton is a privately owned team and Zebra is owned by the union or run by the union. So it does make sense, obviously, that Benetton does get the bigger team, bigger crowd, beautiful stadium. Was watching the last of that a bit earlier with the missus, and she even agreed that it looked like a really nice stadium. And I agree. I do like those Benetton jerseys as well. The hoops, very, very keen. The Stormers will be at Munster, another not easy game next week for them. Didn't get to see Clayton Blomqvist at all, and I guess I probably wouldn't say I was disappointed by that one. Then we have the real one here, man. Like the Lions looking for their first win on the season. I mean, you feel for the Johannesburg Lions. Nobody goes to their games, and they really don't get the top players. They've pretty much been poached of everything at this point. I don't know if it's poached. Guys just leave for better contracts elsewhere. And they brought in Mornay Stan in the offseason to correct the kicking issues if they had any there. I was expecting kind of Hendrickson to take the brunt of it. He didn't even really get any playing time this weekend as they took on the Scarlets at the Scarlets. 24-23 win on this one. Very, very happy for the Emirates Lions. Gets started off early. Lloyd for the Scarlets. Lloyd kicks a penalty at the 3rd minute. 16th minute, Tom Rogers does get a try. It's not looking that great. 21st minute, Marius Lowe gets the first try of the day for the Lions with Nahamba converting. 47th minute, Lions getting in penalty trouble. Same thing as kind of the Stormers got into it as well. Lloyd kicks a penalty at the 47th minute. PJ Botha with the try at the 51st minute. Lloyd another penalty at the 54th minute. And hooker Ryan Elias gets a try at the 68th minute for the Scarlets. Mahamba kicks a penalty at the 73rd minute. Henko Van Wyk gets a try at the 76th minute. Mahamba converts, and that's enough to get the solitary point victory. Good on for the Emirates Lions getting that monkey off the back. Don't mean to sound bad about that, but getting that goose egg out, like getting that first win, it really does. It can turn the things around, and I personally believe the Bulls are obviously the best. I think the Lions, they could get better. Like, I feel like there's positivity moving in the good momentum. They've got good direction. Very, very, there's not, it's not the Sharks. They don't buy all the best players. It's just very, very, they're probably the most grassroots of all the 4 teams in the URC in the South. They are probably the most grassroots team. They would be like Zebra. They're run by the union. And not really disappointed what I see. They will be at Ulster next week, which will be a very big test for them, obviously. And I'm hoping just to see positive momentum. I know the Lions aren't going to win. And it was always the joke when they joined the URC. It was like, man, I saw Austin, the Block Memes guy, do a video where he's talking about, it was funny, but he was like, man, crazy things have been seen all around. There's UFOs, there's unicorns, and the Lions actually won a game. I think the Lions, that would be obviously Bulls. I have my love for the Lions going back to the Alton Yankees, Faf de Klerk days. They were solid, and I just feel like they kind of fell apart, but I think they're moving in good positive momentum. I don't think the cockstorm that is the Chelsea Sharks, I don't think you get much worse than that right now. That is pretty bad. Their backups, they spent all their money on these top dogs, and their backups are rubbish. So hopefully, they can turn things around, but I'd like to see the continued trajectory of the Lions moving up through this tournament. And like I said, I'm not expecting them to win. I'm not even expecting them to make the elimination rounds or anything like that, but cool. If they can pop out 4, 5, 6 wins on the season, I would be happy with that. Be competitive, boys, and move up. These young guys, I still think Hendricksa has the ability to get better. Obviously, he's not at the level his brother is down with the Chelsea Sharks and with the Springboks, but I think he is a solid. I think you've got some solid guys on the lines. They're just a lot of unknowns. So hopefully we can continue to see some good positive trajectory with that. We will be doing this. I'll do a game video before all this and talk about it, and then we'll do a post game. This will kind of be the new run here. Any other kind of information that pops up, we'll run through the week. I do want to mention before the end of the video, got to bring it up, man. The USA Eagles putting down a powerhouse. Canada. Yeah. It's a long time since they made the quarterfinal. Yeah, Canada made a quarterfinal once. Jesus. That was the tournament that was taking place over in Spain this last weekend. I don't really have much to say about it. Used to be able to watch them on the Rugby Network app. Yeah, not so much anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We will do, but that is a conversation for another video that I will be doing very soon. Yeah, you guys that enjoyed watching the Major League Rugby on the Rugby Network app, absolutely free. You're in for a rude awakening this year. We'll just call it that. But hey, if you want to watch the Premiership, you can pay, and it hardly works. Who wants to watch the Premiership? Seriously. I don't. I'd rather watch that little European Championship thing with like the Tel Aviv Heat, personally. That's just my personal belief. But anywho, I hope you guys have a great week wherever you're at in the world. Weather was key today. We got the lady dog out to the park. Did some shopping yesterday, had some good pizza today. Now I'm going to chill out with the missus and the dog and get ready for a night of sleep. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. Cheers, guys.